You're about to throw something away. An old note, a receipt, a message thread you haven't opened in years. Your hand hesitates. For a second, it feels wrong. Like throwing it away would mean losing something, even if you don't know exactly what that something is. So you stop, and instead of deleting it, you put it back, not because you need it, but because something inside you quietly says, keep it just in case. You probably don't think much about it. The drawer with old tickets, the box with childhood things, photos you never look at, messages from people you no longer talk to, the sweater you haven't worn in 5 years. You don't call it hoarding. You call it keeping memories, or being sentimental, or just not wanting to throw things away. And most of the time, it doesn't seem like a problem. Your life moves forward. Morning alarms, work, conversations, deadlines. Everything continues the way it always does. But every once in a while, you open something old, a picture, a voice message, a conversation from years ago, and suddenly time folds in on itself. You remember who you were when that moment happened, what you believed, what you hoped would happen next. Sometimes you smile. Sometimes it feels strange, like looking at a version of yourself that no longer exists, but still lives somewhere inside those saved fragments. And that's the quiet reason many people keep everything. Not because the object matters, but because the moment does. Because throwing something away can feel like erasing proof that it happened, proof that you were there, proof that you felt something real. So instead of letting things disappear, you store them in drawers, in boxes, in folders on your phone, thousands of small pieces of the past, just in case. Just in case you want to remember. Just in case you need to remind yourself who you used to be. But there's another layer to this. A quieter one that people rarely talk about. Because sometimes keeping things isn't really about memory. Sometimes it's about uncertainty. About the strange discomfort of letting something become fully finished. Think about the things you keep. Old conversations. Old photos. Old plans. Things connected to people who are no longer part of your daily life. Maybe someone you once cared about deeply. Someone who slowly drifted away. Or maybe someone you never got real closure with. So instead of deleting the messages, you leave them there. You don't open them, but you don't remove them either. Because as long as they exist, the story feels slightly unfinished. And unfinished stories feel safer than endings. Objects become emotional anchors. Tiny reminders that certain chapters once existed, because memory is fragile. Over time, moments blur, but objects hold the shape of the past. Letting go of those objects can feel like letting go of the person you used to be, because identity is built from every version of you that existed before. Your past isn't just behind you, it's part of who you are. If the past already lives inside you, what are you really holding on to? And more importantly, what would happen if just once you let something go